Hello and welcome back to No Bullshit. Today we're talking about 2017. It's been a great year. It's been a great year for me, for the show, and for all my fellow conservative-leaning folks out there watching. We've got Trump, we've got tax cuts and travel bans for security. The economy is up and Bitcoin's prices are higher now than ever. On top of all that, sexual predators are finally being called out publicly, across the board in the politics, news, and entertainment sectors. And despite some high-profile producers and actors going down in scandal, Hollywood has still managed to deliver some of the greatest movies I've seen in ages. Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Spider-Man Homecoming, Dunkirk, Blade Runner, Logan, Justice League, and even a new Star Wars movie. And in music, one singer has been celebrating one of the best years of her career ever. Our girl, Taylor Swift. I'll admit, I wasn't even the biggest fan of Tay-Tay until recently, when she stood up against the radical leftists in her industry. Taylor refused to give in and get political this year, and she got a bit of backlash for it a few times. We even covered it here before about a month ago. Well, the liberals are after T-Money again. This time it's for being happy in December and posting a pic like this. I think it was the "I couldn't have asked for a better year" part that really drove the liberal media wild. How dare Taylor be happy when we have Trump, right? Well, that may sound like a joke or an exaggeration I said there, but that's pretty much what the article from New York Magazine's The Cut says. It's unironically called "A Straight White Multimillionaire Pop Star Had a Great 2017" by Madeline Aguilar. And yes, that's the real title. So it looks like we're in for a doozy here. Let's check it out. On Wednesday, Taylor finger on the pulse Swift turned 28 years old, and she felt great about it. Not only did she feel great about her birthday, she felt great about the whole year. In an Instagram post on Thursday, Swift wrote, "I couldn't have asked for a better year. All thanks to you. And thanks for all the birthday wishes. Can't wait to see what 28 will be like." What a monster. Wow. How dare Taylor be happy on her birthday and exclaiming she had a great year? Wow. What a terrible person. This article is certainly necessary.
What's the most exciting thing in life right now?
Grammys.
What are you completely bored of in life right now?
Clickbait.
What is something that recently moved you?
The movie The Martian.
Let's go and skip ahead. Indeed, 2017 has been an exciting year for Swift. She's openly holding hands with a Pisces named Joe Alwyn. She bathed in a tub of Neil Lang diamonds and introduced the world to the new Taylor, who loves snakes, feuds, and gothic lettering. Yeah, I think I'd be having the time of my life too. Taylor is young, beautiful, and rich. And she's doing the things she loves, singing and making music. It makes perfect sense for her to be happy, even if the world was falling down around her, which many of these leftists might say it is, even though it's not as bad as they claim. They're just little whiny bitches, snowflakes.
Taylor's success is based on her close relationship with her fans. They're called Swifties. They see themselves in her, and she sees herself in them. Your fans feel so personal about you. I mean, you're the only one I know who invites people back into your house. Do you still do that?
Yeah. I decided that I wanted to play this entire album for the fans.
Needless to say, Taylor Swift is doing great, so why wouldn't she be happy? Well, this article has some pretty funny reasons for that. Check this part out. How has 2017 been for everyone else? Here are some highlights. A man who said he wants to build a border wall with Mexico, ban Muslims from the US, and has openly boasted about sexually assaulting women was sworn in as president. Now that's a lot of bullshit to unpack there. The first part is true though. Trump's building a wall on the Mexico border. But you say that like it's a bad thing, like it's automatically bad, but it's not. It's actually quite the opposite. A border wall is a good thing. I mean, who doesn't want more security? Especially from Mexico. I mean, do you realize all the crime that's down there? Have you ever heard of the cartel? I really don't see how being safer is a negative here. But let's move on. Part 2. The second thing she says is simply false. Trump doesn't want to ban Muslims from the United States. He's never said that. I don't think anyone has. Perhaps you're misunderstanding the so-called Muslim ban, which is your side's bullshit word to try and make the travel ban sound bad. Sure, we ban travel from some of the worst countries in the world because they have no governments, no police, and no vetting systems for the people they send over. It makes sense. And again, this was done for our protection. Why is security always a negative for these kinds of people? It's like they want us to be more vulnerable. They want us to get attacked.
This is a room where I write a lot of songs.
Nice piano. How many guitars do you own?
I lost track of that in probably 2007.
What's the first song you learned to play on the guitar?
Kiss me by sixpence none the richer.
And part 3 of this bullshit first line is also false. Trump never boasted about sexually assaulting women. If you're trying to misconstrue the Access Hollywood tape, well, that was him talking about women who let him grab them by the pussy. That's not assault. That's legal, consensual sex. So, in this 3-part first liner, there was a truth and 2 lies. Not a great start, but I'm glad you led off with your real reason for attacking Taylor. You're mad about Trump and you wish she would call him out, and that makes you butthurt. Now let's see where this dumb Madeline bitch writer goes next. At a concert in Las Vegas, Nevada, 58 people were killed and 489 injured in the deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history. Not much to say there, can't argue with that. Of course Vegas was terrible, but it should be noted, the shooter was likely a radical leftist, too, much like this writer, just saying.
I wanted it to be like this little secret society gatherings in living rooms, and so I decided to have them in my houses.
We had 89 fans waiting in the living room. My boss played them the entire 1989 record.
Hey guys!
Massive hurricanes devastated parts of Texas, Florida, and left much of Puerto Rico without power for months. Okay, I guess now she's just listing all the terrible things she can think of that happened this year. Of course hurricanes suck, and they blow while we're talking about it, but what does this really have to do with Taylor? I mean, I'm sure she donated to charity here, and she probably even did some retweets about events that helped the hurricane survivors. Taylor probably helped with these disasters more than this writer lady ever did, but it's really never enough.
I was a robber, first time that he saw me. Stealing hearts and running off and never saying sorry.
Heather Heyer was killed while protesting racist demonstrators in Charlottesville, Virginia. Not exactly. Heather Heyer was standing in the street trying to block cars at an alt-right rally. Not a racist demonstration, it was a rally for conservatives. Well, Heather was in the street and she got hit, was injured, and then died later from a heart attack. Probably because she was grossly overweight. Now, I'm not saying that's her fault, and of course this is still terrible. I really feel bad for her and the family, but that's what actually happened.
What's your favorite beverage?
Coffee, would you like some?
Let's see what you got.
I have espresso, I have regular coffee, I have different flavors. I have a VMA here. You can't really take that, I don't think, but...
You definitely can't drink it.
No, you could stir with it, though.
Next, wildfires have engulfed Southern California. Yes, they have. I've seen it. Thanks for the update. A crushing, seemingly endless wave of sexual assault allegations, while important, has forced many women to relive their own trauma on an almost daily basis. I don't know about that trauma crap, but these sexual allegations coming out is actually a good thing. I mean, sexual deviants are being outed and getting their due justice. There's not really a downside here. You're almost just nitpicking. Like, I don't know what you're trying to say. Why bring up the allegations? That's a good thing. Let's get the sexual predators out.
I want to come up with as many ways that we can spend time together and bond, because it keeps me normal. It keeps my life feeling manageable.
Let's wrap things up here. And that's just to name a few. But anyway, congrats on the now 28-year-old Taylor Swift for being the only person to enjoy 2017. Well, again, you're wrong. Taylor's not the only person to enjoy 2017. I certainly had a blast. And I'm sure many conservatives did too. And hell, maybe even other liberals and leftists who don't let this shit affect their lives all the way. I know for sure Trump supporters enjoyed 2017. So I don't know what this writer Madeline, this idiot at the cut, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But I have seen this attitude from stupid liberals like her before. They very often think that since they are unhappy, everyone's unhappy. They think that if they don't like someone, everyone doesn't like them. Probably because of all the confirmation bias they see online. Or they're just really bad at gauging a room or gauging the general attitudes and beliefs of the public, of how they feel about things and issues and people at the time. Let's be real, leftists are terrible at this, obviously. I mean, if they had any kind of idea of the pulse of the nation, they wouldn't have lost last year's election so hard. And this is also why they've continued to fail all throughout 2017. Leftists can't read a room. They don't know what real Americans, what the public wants and needs. No, leftists know what they need and what they want, and then they force that onto the public. And if people don't go along with them, they shame them. They shame the people who don't go along with them exactly. People like me, or maybe you. Or of course, today's subject, Taylor Swift here. Because you see, it's more than just being happy and successful that pisses these people off. They're also struggling with the lack of control. It really grinds their gears. For Taylor, she's refused to spout out the SJW narratives. And she's refused to not be happy. So I have to say, I commend her for that. It really seems like the more the left attack Taylor, the more I start to like her.
What's the best compliment you've ever received?
That I'm generous.
What is the best gift you've ever received?
My boyfriend planted a an olive tree in my yard for Christmas.
What do you guys think? I think Taylor didn't do nothing. Do you agree or disagree? And what about 2017? Was it one of the best years ever for you too? Like me and Taylor? Comment your favorite moments of 2017 below, and thanks for watching No Bullshit. Happy New Year, everyone. It's been a great time, and I thank you all for all your support and love and all the great comments and likes. You guys are the best. Have a great, happy, safe New Year, and I'll see you all in 2018. Bye-bye.
Taylor Swift! This is definitely the highlight of my senior year.
Since